So I'm Mike Kelly from the TM Forum Collaboration Program, and I'm speaking here today with DR.Gadi Solotorevsky of CVideo Networks, where he's Chief Scientist. We're going to be talking about some of the work that's going on in revenue assurance inside and outside of TM Forum. So Gadi, welcome. And you're involved with the revenue assurance work. You have been for some time now, since 2004. What is it, and why does anyone care about what's happening?
Okay, revenue assurance is about leakage. A few years ago, operators would not like to admit that they have revenue leakages. Today the situation changes because operators are speaking more and more about margins, and one important factor for increasing the margins are finding leakages. Because it's relatively cheap to find the leakage and to solve it than to come with a new product, with a new technology. So what is revenue assurance? Revenue assurance is about problems of data integrity, process quality that are making you either not to recover all your revenues or to pay increased costs. For example, you are paying too much money for an interconnect partner. Or for example, you are not billing correctly your customers. You are underbilling them, or what is even worse, you are overbilling them, and then you are in a dangerous situation because they can sue you.
Indeed. Okay, well thanks very much, that clarifies that. But do operators really talk about how much money they're losing? It sounds like a difficult area to get into. How bad are their processes in this area?
Well, no operator will tell you the amount of money that they are losing. But today operators are proud to speak with you about their revenue assurance techniques,
Yes.
What kind of problems they have without giving you sums, and what is their approach to solve this kind of problems, which is very important. Operators are really keen to share information. If we take it, for example, the revenue assurance team that was founded in the TMF about 4 years ago, we started having 5 companies. Today we have over 150 companies there,
Right.
about 350 people involved there.
Right.
All of them sharing information. Why it's so important to them to share information? Because for the people in revenue assurance, unless there is a standard, unless there is a well-known measurement, it's very difficult for them to convince inside their companies of the problems of the kind of solution. So everybody is real keen to share information. One surprising thing, we get a set of standard KPIs for revenue assurance about half a year ago. Our expectation was that people will use it internally, but will not be willing to share information. To our surprise, service providers came to us and say we want a benchmarking. Now we are finalizing this benchmarking, and we expect to have results in about 2 months. So it will be the first time that we will have really knowledge about what is the leakage, what are the revenue lost in the market, and not just guesses made by companies, but real actual data.
And people learning to work together and to find that, in fact, it is possible to share and be more open about this kind of thing.
Yes, it's very important. For example, in GB 941, one of the documents published by the team, we have a list of 80 leakage points contributed by different companies. And for many of these leakage points, we have real-life scenario of what caused the problem, how it was discovered, how it was solved, and how it can be prevented, which is really very valuable for new companies, newcomers, to use it. Okay,
but what we've been working on then through this TM Forum work is developing a standard way of looking at this area. Does a standard way help in giving operators what they need to compare themselves with other operators? How much specialization do they need to put on that standard view?
Well, the standard is extremely important for them. First, for internal needs. Because if you decide what to measure, how to measure it, and then you present it to your CFO, the chances that he will really believe you and trust your numbers are very slim.
Okay.
But once you say, okay, this is the standard provided by the TMF, this is the list of KPIs that the TMF provides you, recommends you, this is the way they decided they should be measured.
Yes.
This is backed up by the revenue assurance team, 150 companies, then it's much easier for internal needs.
Right.
Now, after you cover the internal part, the next question of your CFO will be, okay, you are measuring it. How is our status compared to the others?
Comparison, yes.
And that came the benchmarking effort. And the next question will be, okay, how much we can improve and how much money we can save.
Yes.
So the standards are fundamental for all these levels.
They're a basis for moving forward. Good, good. Okay, but all right, so what about the future? What's on the horizon for the work in the revenue assurance team?
Well, one topic that is very important is margins. 3-4 years ago, when we started to treat revenue assurance, people almost didn't know anything about revenue assurance. So we focus on the essentials, finding the leakage, finding overpayments,
Right.
and try to solve these problems. Now there is a theory behind it. There are standards. Companies are more and more worried about their margins. So it's not just the leakage, but okay, I'm selling this product, I'm really getting money for it or I'm losing money for it.
Right.
And this is one of the ways that the revenue assurance team is going. Next things, more and more standards. Going deeper to the level of standards, more definitions of KPIs, more benchmarking between organizations, and all our work is driven by what the service providers are asking us to do. So it's driven by service providers.
Well, I guess it's timely to be trying to plug revenue leakages and deal with revenue problems in the climate we now have.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Gadi, for
Thank
telling
you,
us
Mike.
about that. Thank you.